Hey guys, I am trying to get a hold of Beretta because I sent back, well, I didn't send it back. Start at the beginning for those of you who may just come in on this saga. Less than a year ago, I was at Cabela's and they had a Beretta APX 40. I like 40. Well, I have 9s up the yin yang, but I also like 40s. I carry a 40 or a 45. I bought the Beretta 40. Hold on guys, I'm sorry. There. I bought the Beretta 40 and about 2 weeks later I went to the range with it. You know, when I buy a gun, I buy a gun. That doesn't mean I gotta run to the range and fire it right away. So I go to the range, and within the first 10 rounds, it blew the extractor out. Right out. Poof. Don't even know where the hell it went. Didn't know what it was at first because I didn't even notice that it was missing. I mean, this is, I'm not even looking at that, I'm looking in inside the slide, magazines. Who's thinking of an extractor? Never, ever have I ever had an extractor blow. So anyway, I get a hold of Beretta and they said, we can send it in. Well, I'm in Connecticut. For us to send a gun back for repair is a nightmare. I just can't send it back. I have to go through a dealer. And they charge you money. So I'm looking on the Beretta website and I found that they have a warranty repair right here in Connecticut. I said, well, this is great. Now I don't know where the hell I found it, but meanwhile, this is good. So the website sucks, but other than that, register, blah, blah, customer service. So I call them up. They answered the phone. Whoa, okay. Told me where they were. Oh, great. So I took the gun and I went up there the following week. I did a video on it, and everything was fine. Okay, I got the number. So I get a call back about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, but I didn't get a call per se. The phone rang. By the time it rang like 2 or 3 times. And it didn't give me a chance to get to it. This phone, by the way, has a very low ringer volume. I don't like this Note 9 because it's nothing like the Note 5 when it comes to volume on the ringer. Anyway, I call back, I get a busy. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're leaving a message, maybe they're calling me back, I don't know, whatever. I call back, I call back, I call back. All day, the phone was busy. So I said, alright, well, they called. I'll take a chance and drive up there. Now, it's a 2-hour round trip for me. I go up, the gun was ready. Now, nowhere do they tell you that they're... Alright, sorry about that. Battery went dead. Nowhere do they tell you that they will ring the phone once when your firearm is ready. Yeah. Now I understand they're busy. You try to I don't know, sympathize with him or something. I don't know. You know, you try to deal with it, you know. But so much for that, it was ready. I picked it up. About a week or two later, went back to the range. Again, within the first 10 rounds, bam, the extractor blows out. I look at it, knowing that that's the problem here. There it is. The extractor blew out again. I call. They answer the phone. I says, listen, I was just there. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, bring it on up. I bring it back up. What's today? Friday. Okay. I bring it back up. Tell them the story. They know the story. I asked them if this is a characteristic to this firearm. You know, is there a problem with it? No, they couldn't understand it. But they will call Beretta and look into it deeper. Blah, 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 blah. I leave it there. Still under warranty, by the way. I'm sitting here. My phone rings. I hear it. I'm right here. Right in the middle of the ring, I pick it up. They hung up. We're talking about 7 seconds, is what it was saying up there. I call them back immediately. The line's busy. For the last couple weeks, I've been trying to get a hold of them to find out, is it done, or was it, oops, we dialed the wrong number, we dialed the wrong customer, hang up the phone. How am I supposed to know these things, you know? No message, no letting it ring like you had the right number, you know, nothing. Like, almost like, oops, and you hang up the phone. I can't get a hold of them. Now I know on Mondays they're closed. So I call up Monday, I leave a message on the machine. Nothing. A week later, I called up Monday, this past Monday. I leave a message on their machine. Listen, you guys called. It was not even a full ring. It was just long enough to ID you on the phone. I don't know if you were dialing the wrong number by mistake and you hung up, or you're telling me my gun is ready. Call me back and let me know. I do not want to drive 2 hours if it's not there. Still haven't heard from him. So I'm going to call Beretta now, because I'm sure they have a different number on this guy. And I lost my connection at the phone company, so I can't get the number. Well, I may be able to get it if I started researching a little bit. But at that point, that's where I'm at. So I'm going to try getting a hold of Beretta. But I want to first send them a fax, meaning the company here in Connecticut, the gunsmith that's repairing it, which is Gunsmith Ltd. And they're in Southport, Connecticut. Gunsmith Ltd, Southport, Connecticut. So that's where I'm at. So I'm first going to see if I can find a fax number on them. And then I am going to get a hold of Beretta, tell them the story, and see if they can call this guy to find out if my firearm's ready or not. So that's where I'm at. So instead of boring you with this whole thing, I will be back. I'm sorry I didn't record this call. I just told this kid if he can't do anything, I should give him a lollipop and put him to bed, because apparently he doesn't know how to do his job. I really should have recorded it so you could have heard it.
Some weathering over here. That's another 100, 150. This is another Asian piece. Here, I'm not sure what this is. It's like a silver chest. Nice little piece. I think it's a pocket carry. I think it's bonus. And this could probably bring. People think this room is expensive. It's not. It's full of merchandise. You know, if you really see a little bit of cleanup on these, you can go for a couple $100, 200 put on that. Saw the carpet from the door, couple hundred for carpet. This looks like a good piece here, French desk, elderly, and this is the chair, the desk and chair, I would say $750 on that. Some pretty nice sconces here, 70s, 80s style, this could bring $350. Nice heavy lamps, could be alabaster.
I'm on hold, by the way. I've been on the phone with this kid Randy for 13 minutes. And all I did was ask him for them to call with the number that they have, not the number that's made public. I says, I don't even want the other number. All I want you to do is call them to find out if my firearm is ready or not. Now this is something that a child can do. Now if you can't do this, I'll give you a lollipop and put you to bed. Oh, I'm sorry for, oh, I'm sorry, oh, I'm sorry. Wait, time out with the sorry. Sorry is a word. Action is what counts. He says, well, I'll try to get him on the phone for you. So, well, if you're going to call the...
Your call. You will be assisted as soon as possible. Please continue to hold.
It's real meat and veggies.
Thank you for waiting. All of our customer support agents are currently assisting other callers. Please stay on the line, and the next available customer support agent will be with you shortly.
My car is more than four wheels. It's my
He just put me back in the queue because he doesn't know how to handle this.
I searched for someone who really knew my car. I found the experts at Safelight
Don't have time to wait. Please listen to the following options so that we can better assist you. To leave a voicemail message, please press 2.
Who knew that was a thing?
To request a catalog or user's manual, please press 4. Please continue to hold for the next available customer.
Yes, who am I speaking with?
I look for things we can do to make a difference every day.
Okay, I was just talking with a Randy in regards to an issue I'm having with one of your service centers here in Connecticut. And he was going to try to get them on the phone.
I know it's the right choice. For our wellness.
Randy?
Yeah, that's the name he used. He just said Randy. Well, Randy, maybe he calls himself Randy. I don't know. That's not the problem. The problem seems to be with your company hiring village idiots, because I'm trying to get something serviced and get it back, and I can't get any answers from anybody. So hire your people from, you know, like, I don't know where, maybe another country. I mean, what's going on that you can't understand English over there?
Yeah, well, sorry about that, sir. Okay, let me,
to make sure they're a good fit for the job. It's no wonder Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Get a free sponsored job upgrade.
Kid said he was Randy. Oh, we don't have a Randy. We have a Randall. All right, let's not play the games.
let me go ahead.
Yeah. Randall, this Buzz. I am having a real problem with the company. I wish somebody can get back to me that knows something. I've talked to 2 people within the last 26 minutes and got absolutely nowhere. If you can call me back ASAP, I would appreciate it. Yes, what was your name again? Jim Lewis. Okay. Listen, Jim, my name is Buzz, and I was just talking with a gentleman there that he identified himself as Randy. However, I don't think he knew what his first name was, to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to be insulting when I say that. It's the truth.
Yeah, I know Randy. He's a very nice guy, but how can I help you today?
Well, the problem being is I have a problem with one of your service centers, and I wanted him to kind of help resolve the problem. And all he kept doing was apologizing, and says, well, let me try to get him on the phone and put me back in the queue, and I eventually got hung up on. The problem being is, well, he was sorry too. I mean, and I appreciate it, but sorry is a word. Action is what counts in my book. Here's the story. I bought a Beretta APX 40 caliber off of Beretta at Cabela's. A couple weeks later, I took it to the range. I'm not the kind of guy that got to run to the range every day, every time I buy a new gun. So I went to the range, and before I got done with the first round of magazine, it blew the ejector out. So I get a hold of the warranty station you have here in Connecticut, which is Gunsmithing Ltd. I bring the gun to him. About a week and a half later, my phone rings. It identifies as them. It hung up before I had a chance to answer it. I tried to call him back. I got it busy. I said, well, you know what? I'll take a ride. So it's a 2-hour ride for me now. I rode over there. The gun was ready. I took the gun, came back home. A couple weeks later, went back to the range, blew the extractor out again. Took it back to them. Now here's where the problem lies. I took it back to them again. They said they'll take care of it and they're going to call Beretta, to see if there's any issues. I get a phone call about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks ago. I'm not positive on time, but the phone rang for less than 7 seconds. I was sitting in front of it, and by the time I put my hand on it, it stopped ringing. When I looked at it, it identified as Gunsmithing Ltd. Now, is it they were calling a customer and realized that they dialed the wrong number and they hung up real quick? Or were they trying to get a hold of me? Don't know. Well, the problem being is you can't get a hold of them because their line is busy every hour that they're open. So you... Okay.
And then if I get through, I'll transfer you over. Let me just try one.
I appreciate it.
All right, please hold for 1 moment.
Yep. Yeah, well, luckily you got that. When I call, I get busy. Now, I did call on a Monday when they're closed. Twice. I called one Monday, and then I called this past Monday. Left a message on their machine to call me because of the problem. I don't know. I don't want to drive for 2 hours if it's not done. and they don't return the calls. So what I asked Randy to do is to get a hold of the service center of Beretta, get the number they have on this company, and have somebody there call them to see if this gun is ready, because there's no way to contact them. And I don't want to drive for 2 hours if it's not ready.
Okay, well, what I could do is I can transfer you down to our firearms customer service, and they'd be the ones who would assist you with that.
Okay, well, this would be great.
Okay, yeah, so unfortunately I only have one number for them. Let me give you the direct number down there, and I'll transfer you.
I appreciate it. What's the number?
1-800-337-3203.
Yeah, yeah.
3882, and the extension is 2003.
2003. I'm going to repeat that. 1-800-237-3882, extension 2003.
Yes, and before I transfer you, I want to thank you for calling Beretta, and have a good day and sleep well.
Thank you. Well, this guy's taking a little initiative, but it actually sounds like the same kid.
Please be assured that your call will receive the time and attention it deserves when we return to the line.
Thank you for waiting. All of our customers. To reach Beretta Defense Technologies, law enforcement, and military, please press 3. For all parts, care, product technical support,